Hi, Wes Dove with Dove Development and Consulting. On July 1, I made an announcement that may have seemed a little bit ridiculous when I started piling the stuff on, but I didn't give all the detail because, quite honestly, I didn't have all of it ready. So we tied this special offer that we announced on July 1st to our early bird registrations for Live to Lead Harrisonburg 2018, and pretty excited about what we're able to do with that. So early bird registration is a reduced price, and it's really to encourage people to go ahead and lock their seats in. We're right about 45 to 50% of the seats already spoken for Live to Lead Harrisonburg, so there's not a gob of seats left, but we wanted to make a special offer for the rest of the folks. A lot of these are with their partners, but for the folks that are individuals or with organizations that aren't necessarily event partners that we've worked with, but still want to be there, we wanted to make a great opportunity just so they would commit and get it on their calendar and so on. So Cindy and I have been working for a number of months on a project where we want to roll out a course and provide something that we've seen a huge need in industry across the board, whether it be in healthcare, whether it be in construction, whether it be in manufacturing, you name it. It's something that we see that everybody needs. So we're excited that we've been able to put the finishing touches on it. We've got a name, we've got a new logo for it, and so on and so forth. And we've really worked to make sure this is something that's just top notch. And we want to do something really special with it. So before I tell you what we're doing really special with it, tied back to that Live to Lead early bird registration, I want to tell you a little bit about this. So we've called it an emerging leader development course, and we've kind of subtitled that as a program tailored to bridge the gaps in an emerging leader's transition. So picture that person that is working in an entry-level position and they're doing well. They're learning the ropes in their organization, whatever that may be, whether it's making widgets, whether it's a carpenter, whether it's a skilled trade, whatever, and they're doing great. And the technical skill is so strong that we reward them with a promotion. And now they're a lead, maybe they get into a supervisory role, and at some point they even move into a management role. So that technical skill that got them there is rarely what they need to focus on once they get more and more responsibility for leading a team and working with the people around them. So what we've seen over the last 2 decades is almost no company in the world has something in place that really helps make that transition smooth and gives people the tools to take those technical skills they're strong in and really get good at the next level. So we've created that. So this is going to be an extremely interactive 6-week webinar, live webinar series with phenomenal content that we're working from. So we've got some of the best and brightest in the world that we're able to draw resources from and really build a platform around this. But in doing it, we've made it into 6 sessions. Now, why are you doing a webinar, Wes? Well, that's kind of simple. We want to be able to reach as many people as possible, and we want to keep the price as low as possible so organizations can actually use it, and we want to make sure it's practical. So we're going to do it. We're going to offer this once a quarter. So starting out, the first one that we're going to offer is going to be the fourth Thursday. It's going to start the 23rd of August, and it's going to be from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And we'll send all the link information and whatnot to the people that get to be part of that, and we'll get all that out. But it's going to be 6 consecutive Thursdays, designed to be an hour, but if Q&A takes us longer, that's fine. We want to make sure that we over-deliver. We give people real tools that they can apply immediately. So the first session is really talking about why leadership. And that's critical for people to understand that leadership isn't just a title. It's also key for them to understand how to develop influence in the team that they lead. The second session is going to really be designed around critical principles for effective communication. And when they learn these 5 keys, they'll be able to build influence in their team in every interaction that they have with those team members. The third session is going to be recognizing and understanding communication styles. And this is absolutely critical. And that's really how to avoid the traps of speaking the wrong language. So how many times have we seen somebody say, "But I told you that," and what they said wasn't what we heard? And quite honestly, that happens even with me and Cindy from time to time, and understanding communication styles is a critical part of bridging that gap. The fourth session is going to be critical practices for effective communication. Now, before I go further, you're going to say, "Wait a minute, Wes, that's 3 sessions all around communication." Well, so that's just it. Many of these people, that self-included, when we move in from roles that are highly technical into where we have responsibility for leading a team, communication can make or break us, and that's why it's so strong. But as John Maxwell said for years and years and years, everything it rises and falls on leadership, and leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And really, where do we get influence from? Being able to connect with the people on our team. So this fourth session, Critical Practices for Effective Communication, is really about how do they apply 5 keys to establish strong relationships and develop an awesome atmosphere in the team. And it's made up of things that they can do immediately, and they can move forward and implement right away that will absolutely make an impact. The fifth session, Keep Growing to Keep Leading. And it's really about how do you design a personal and professional growth program that keeps you out in front, that gives people a reason to continue to follow you. Because if you're not growing, somebody's going to pass you. How can you be intentional? Where do you look for the resources? How do you define that and continue being that person that your team wants to follow? And the sixth and final session is called Learning the Importance of a Different Way of Thinking. So to put it like this, when we had responsibility for our own little world, doing our own thing in whatever scenario that's in, we had a different thought process. And the higher levels of responsibility that we achieve, the more differences we've got to consider when we're thinking. So this session's really about the importance of strategic thinking in a leadership role. And we're going to wrap the 6-week series up with that and put a bow on it so people walk away with, here's the things that I can apply. Now, we're really excited about that. And to summarize this, to tie it together, what we're doing with this first session, the first 30 people that take advantage of early bird registration pricing for Live to Lead to Harrisonburg, it's $77. We're going to throw this course in for absolutely no cost because we want to launch it. We want to get it out there. We want people to get access to it right away. Again, it's going to be Thursdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's going to be a live webinar. Every single one's going to be recorded. So if somebody misses a session, they'll be able to catch back up and they won't miss a beat. Really excited about doing that. Moving forward, we're going to offer it once each quarter, and it's going to be $147 a person, and it's going to be something that's still ridiculously low cost because most of the stuff that I'm seeing ranges from $1,000 to $3,000 and $4,000. That's not what we're trying to do. We want to put the cookies on the low shelf, make sure people have access to this, something that they can use, something that they can apply, and something that really sets them up to make a difference in their position and the organization they're a part of. So we look forward to getting this to you. Again, first 30 people that registered, and there's already several, I don't know exactly how many, but all 30 aren't still available because a number of people have already taken advantage in the last week since we launched it, even without knowing this information. But the first 30, it's capped, and after that, it's going to go to $147 per person. We're going to offer it once a quarter. We look forward to the folks being able to take advantage of this and really use this for the organization. So we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.